I made it through the first girls match last night live, and then I was so disheartened. I was going to watch it live because I've had a busy couple of days. We were recording early this morning, so I tried the opening contest. Here come the Brawling Brutes, and it's Sheamus with Butch and Ridge against Solo with Sammy and the Usos. And there's nothing the matter with that, but I had an observation right at the top of this program on the differences between the two companies' television shows. Up and down the card, the WWE talent, they're better trained, they're in better shape, they're more serious and professional. They don't do ridiculous amateur hour bullshit. But due to the presentation of all the people in the WWE programs, I'm barely interested in most of them. And it looks like the people in the arena agree with me when they're wrestling. I hear the crowd cheering or booing, but I don't see a lot of movement from them. It's funny how that happens. The WWE shows are 2 and 3 hours long, and it seems like the same 14 guys interacting with the same people on every show. Whereas on the AEW shows, there are 1 million guys, and the only ones you see all the time are the ones you don't want to see at all, and the ones you like you never see. So but you can't hardly turn away from some of the matches simply if you're watching to wait and see who the next person is that's going to fucking hurt themselves. So that's the difference. So Sheamus and Solo was a slobber knocker, stiff stuff. This is working stiff, not dangerous, what they were doing. Except for one thing I'll talk about. There was nothing wrong with the match, but the people were sitting on their hands, and I detected sweetened audio. I don't know what you thought about it, but it didn't sound right. But the one problem I had with this match, did you see the Samoan drop off the second rope?
I did.
Now, if anybody wants to go back, and every time I say, goddamn, they're doing the Samoan drop and they're not trapping the left arm, now you can go back and get a clear illustration of what I'm talking about. And I know it's a Samoan giving it. But goddamn, I used to watch the actual original Samoans that started doing it, and they all did it another way. Solo gets Sheamus up over his shoulder in a fireman's carry, and he's standing on the second rope, and he's going to fall back and do the Samoan drop, backwards off the turnbuckles. But here's the thing, and if anybody wants to go back and look at this, now you'll understand. Sheamus, when he's on his shoulders and the guy's standing up straight, that's fine. But when Solo starts falling backwards, Sheamus is going down sideways, not flat on his back. He's going down sideways. And his left arm is dangling, and he reached out and he landed on his left arm / elbow. And he sold it. And it probably didn't feel good. And he went along because they were talking about the announcers sold it as his bad shoulder, but it was clearly the elbow. But he could have broken that fucking arm. If you trap, when you're going back, if you trap the left arm with your left hand, then you can keep the guy turning in the proper way to go down flat of his back because it's fucking physics. I don't know what else to say. And we always taught trap the left arm. So nevertheless, it's an awkward bump to take without that because you can't hold on when you're up there on the guy's shoulder. There's nothing really to hold on to prevent that from happening unless he's helping you hold that arm to turn you. Otherwise, they had a fucking match. Boom, boom, boom. Suddenly, Sheamus hit a false finish. All the seconds got in a fight. The Usos turned the announce desk over on top of Ridge and Butch, trapping them underneath the desk. So that Solo then hit his finish on Sheamus, 1, 2, 3, and then all the heels beat Sheamus up while his backup guys were still stuck under the desk for like 2 minutes. They couldn't get out from under the desk. Match was fine, dangerous little spot. Finish was exciting, but the idea of let's just put a table on top of these two so they can't get up was a little ridiculous. Your thoughts?
It was all right. You know, I've said it on the show. I'm a little sick of Sheamus, but I thought it was a pretty good match. I like Solo, notwithstanding what you said, which was right about the Samoan drop. I actually like him a lot. I think he's pretty good. It was a just fine opening match. Can't really complain too much. It is weird, to go back to your other point, when you pipe in the crowd noise on a live show versus a tape show, it's a weird difference.
Yeah.
It always sounds off, but when it's a live show and it's happening, I don't know, there's something really off about it.
And you can see people just kind of sitting there, right? But it's, anyway.
You hear like a roar. What is that?